Hi and welcome to everyone. In this video, we will solve the problem related with Routh-Hurwitz stability criterion. So kindly read this problem statement. Construct Routh array and determine the stability of the system whose characteristic equation is given as s of s power 6 plus 2s power 5 plus 8s power 4 plus 12s power 3 plus 20s power 2 plus 16s plus 16 equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation given to us. Also determine the number of roots lying on right half of S plane, left half of S plane and on imaginary axis. So first of all, we should create the Routh array. So as a solution, okay. Right. So we need to construct the Routh array. The maximum power of S is 6. So the Routh array will be stored from the row S power 6. Okay. The coefficient of S power 6, S power 4, S power 2 and S power 0 will appear in this particular row. So the coefficient of S power 6 is 1. The coefficient of S power 4 is 8. The coefficient of S power 2 is 20 and S power 0 is 16. Okay. So the next row S power 5. So in this particular row, the coefficient of S power 5, coefficient of S power 3, coefficient of S power 1 will appear, right? So S power 5 is having the coefficient as 2, S power 3 coefficient is 12, S power 1 coefficient is 16, and in this place we need to put 0, right? So we can divide the S power 5 row by 2, we will get this value 1, 6, 8 and 0, right? So this is row number 1, this is row number 2. No need to consider this row. We have simplified the S power 5 row into 1680, right? Then when we write the row S power 4, so in order to find out the value of this particular row, we need the coefficient of S power 4, the coefficient of S power 2 and coefficient of S power 0, and this place will get 0 as it is, because S power 4, S power 2, S power 0, this place S power minus 2 will appear, but in our given characteristic equation itself there is no coefficient for S power minus 2. Okay, so by default it is 0, right? So S power 4, in order to find this particular place, the value of this particular S power 4, we need to take previous 2 rows and first column and second column, right? We need to consider this matrix. Okay, we'll write this matrix 1, 8 and 1, 6. Okay, previous 2 rows are S power 5 rows and S power 6 rows, first column and second column. We will get this 2 by 2 matrix. So we will calculate the value like this: 1 into 8 minus 6 into 1 divided by 1. Okay, the answer is 8 minus 2, 2. 8 minus 6, that is 2, right? So the answer is 2. And then the next parameter, S power 2 parameter. For this parameter, I will take previous 2 rows and first column and third column, 20 and 8, right? So 1 into 20 minus 8 into 1 divided by 1. 20 minus 8 is 12. The answer is 12. So this particular place will have the value as 12. Okay, and then this parameter S power 0. Okay, what I will take? I will take the previous 2 rows, first column 1 and 1, and the third column, fourth column, second, third, fourth. Yes, fourth column 16 and 0. Okay, if suppose in your matrix itself this 2 by 2 place is having 0 means you can directly mention the answer it is 16. Don't go for the further calculation. Just take the values of 1, 2 place the value. You can bring the same value here. This will be the answer. So 16 is the answer. Okay. While observing this row, you can also divide the row by 2. You will get the same 680 row. So this will be your R3, row 3. Please don't consider this row. Okay. The next thing, S bar 3. S bar 3 will be of course 0, 0, 0, 0. Because you can consider the previous 2 rows are 168 and 168. Okay, absolutely we will get 0 as a result. Okay, this model 3 problem. Okay, this is model 3. So which means a full row of route array is getting 0 entry. A complete row of an route array is getting 0 entry. This is what the particular model describes. For this kind of model, what you have to do is you need to take the auxiliary equations. Okay, so what is auxiliary equations? Let us consider. See, the given equation is s power 6 plus 2 s power 5, like, right? So this is characteristic equation, s power 6. This is the characteristic equation, s power 6 plus 2 s power 5 plus 8 s power 4. Likewise, it is going on, right? So Raut, the scientist Raut, had invented one technique. Okay, with the help of this Raut array, what we are doing is we are dividing the very biggest equation into 2, 3, 4 parts, right? So 6. The maximum power of this particular equation is 6. So 6th order equation, how to divide this longest equation? There is a solution called Raut array. Okay, so see, the row 1, R1 row can be written as s power 6 plus 8 s power 4 plus 20 s power 2 plus 16 in the, okay, the elements of R1 we can write as a small equation, right? Similarly, we can write the same small equation for the s power 5 row also, right? S power 5 plus 6 into s power 3 plus 8s. Okay, then next s power 4. S power 4 also, by the way, the same what we are getting, s power 4 plus 6 s power 2 plus what? 8. Okay. So this is what the Raut array construction is useful for dividing the largest equation into sub-equations called auxiliary equations. See, each and every equations are called as auxiliary equations. Okay, this is auxiliary equation 1, this is auxiliary equation 2, this is auxiliary equation 3. So this is the technique that is derived by scientist Raut. Right? So this is in this model. Fortunately, our Raut array was terminated as the row s power 3. Okay, because we are having full entry of 0. What you have to do is we are going to simply do one technique, right? We are going to take the previous auxiliary equation, okay, where we terminated. The previous auxiliary equation is having the value of s power 4. You can observe this equation alone. Okay, s power 4. We are terminated at s power 3 row. Is it not? Just previous equation, that is s power 4 auxiliary equation is s power 4 plus 6 s square plus 8. We are going to follow one trick. That is, we are going to do one thing. If you want to reduce the order, you differentiate this equation. Consider this is a equation number A. So dA by ds, right? dA by ds will give the next, the previous order of that same equation, right? 4s power 3 plus 12s we will get. Okay, what you are actually need for the row s power 3? We need s power 3, s power 1. The value of s power 3 coefficient, the value of s power 1 coefficient actually we need. right? So what we are doing is simply we are using one logic. I mean, we are taking the auxiliary equation. Okay, AE means auxiliary equation before where we terminated. We are going to take that auxiliary equation of the previous row, that is A, it is said to be A, s power 4 plus 6s square plus 8. I am taking one differentiation. I mean, with respect to S, I am differentiating that same equation. What I am getting is 4 power 3 plus 12s. Am I right? So, by the way, we are getting the coefficient of s power 3 as 4, s power 1 is 12. We can also divide the same by 4. So answer is 1 and 3. Right? So we are using the trick like actually the actual route array is getting terminated at the s power 3 row itself. What we are doing is temporarily we need to construct the route array fully, then only we can find the stability of the system. Okay, fully we have to construct the route array, then only we can determine the stability. So that what you are doing is you are taking the auxiliary equation and differentiating with respect to S. By the way, we are getting the coefficient of s power 3 and s power 1, and we are taking that coefficients, I mean 1, 3, 0, 0. I am going to consider this as row 4. I am not going to consider this row. So this is the simple technique what you have to memorize in this particular model. This is model 3 Routh-Hurwitz stability criterion problem. Alright. Next thing is S power 2. Okay, S power 2, S power 0, S power minus 2 is not available, S power minus 4 is not available. Then S power 1. S power 1 is we are having s power 1, right? So 0, 0, 0. S power 0, yes, of course we are having one s power 0 value, another values are 0. We need to fill these values, and then by the way we can complete the route array construction process, right? Okay, now s power 2, I mean this value. Okay, we will get what we will get 1, 6, 1, 3. Right? We will take this matrix 1, 6, 1, 3. Okay, 6 minus 3 divided by 1. Am I right? Answer is 3. Similarly, for this place, we will consider the matrix like 1, 8, 1, 0. Of course, the answer is 8. Okay. So for the purpose of, for the place of this s power 1 place, we will consider one matrix like 1, 3, 3, 8. Am I right? 1, 3, 3, 8. I mean 3 cross 3, 9. 9 minus 8 divided by 3. Okay. I mean 1 by 3, that is 0.33, I think. Right? Then S power 3, we will consider this matrix. I mean 3, 8, 0.330. The answer is 8. So this is the fully constructed route array for our problem. Okay. So first of all, the question that was asked to us is, we need to construct the route array. Yes, we have constructed so far, and we need to determine the stability. Okay. So I'm going to the next slide. So while observing this route array, I mean the first column of route array, consider this first column of route array. All the first column of, I mean all the elements in the first column of route array is having full of positive entry, right? Let me write the statement here. Yeah, on examining the first column of the route array, all the elements are terms are having positive entries. So system may be either stable or marginally stable. This is a temporary statement, right? Why I am not sticking on to stable means, see, we are not completed the route array by the default value. Okay, at the row S power 3 itself we stuck with the 0 entry row. Okay, full row is having the 0 values, right? We used one trick, like auxiliary equation based trick we have used, so that we have completed the route array. That route array is having full entry, I mean the first column is having full positive entry. So we have used some logics for constructing the route array. With the logic itself, don't stick on the system is stable. Okay, it is not unstable, that is sure, but it may be either stable or marginally stable. How to finalize whether it is stable or marginally stable? We have to find the roots, okay, where we stuck at this particular place. S power 3 place itself we have stuck. So take the auxiliary equation before to that equation. I mean this equation we have to reconsider. We have to solve this equation. I mean S power 4 plus 6 S square plus 8. We have to solve. We have to find out the value of S in that equation. By analyzing this S value, we can justify, we can conclude whether the system is stable or marginally stable, right? Then the very next step is auxiliary equation, that is S power 6 plus 4S square plus 8 equal to 0. Okay, we need to solve this equation in order to, S power 4, right? So in order to solve this equation, I'm going to substitute S square equal to X. Okay, for the sake of simplicity I am doing this. So the equation will be X plus 4X plus 8 equal to 0. Okay, so first we have to find out the value X, and then we need to find out the value of S, right? So yes, of course, with the help of this formula, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Simply you can apply this formula where a equal to 1, b equal to 4, okay, and c equal to 8. Okay, so x equal to minus b, actually we are having s power 4, right? This is 6, so this is 6s, b value is, okay, so x equal to minus b minus 6 plus or minus root of b square, that is 36 minus 4 into 1 into c value is 8 divided by 2 into a, I mean 2 into 1, that is 2. That equation will be minus 6 plus or minus root of 36 minus actually 32, is it not, 4 divided by 2. Okay, minus 6 plus or minus root of 4 is 2 divided by 2. So minus 6 plus 2 divided by, we can write it as minus 3 plus 1 plus or minus 1. I mean either the answer may be minus 2 comma, there are two solutions for this problem. Okay, so minus 2 and minus 4. Okay, see, x value is minus 2 and minus 4, s equal to root of x, is it not? So s is also having two values, root of minus 2 comma root of minus 4. Okay, the answer is root of minus 2 is nothing but plus or minus j root 2, right? And then another solution is plus or minus j 2. Okay, so you can find the location of the roots. Okay, so location of the roots, I'm just plotting the root value in separate S-plane. Okay, this is S-plane graph. Okay, see, one of the root is plus or minus J2, right? So this is plus J2, this is minus J2, right? And another root is, this is already, right? Another root is root 2. Root 2 is nothing but 1.44, I think, right? So another pole is plus J root 2 and minus J root 2. Okay, so in this problem, okay, in this particular problem, 4 roots are actually lying on imaginary axis. Okay, how did you find this? Just find at which row you have stuck. Take the previous auxiliary equation, that is s power 4 plus 6x square plus 8, and you need to solve that equation, and you will get some pole values, and just map the pole on the S-plane. Actually the poles are lying on imaginary axis. According to according to Routh-Hurwitz stability criterion, if a single pole present on the imaginary axis, I mean single pole means non-repeated. Okay, non-repeated poles are lying on imaginary axis means the system is said to be marginally stable or otherwise limitedly stable. Okay, so that is why in previous steps I have told that the system may be stable or marginally stable. After analyzing the location of the poles, we can conclude the system is said to be marginally stable. And the location of the roots are, 4 roots are lying on imaginary axis, absolutely other roots, I mean, yeah, of course, remaining roots. Okay, so I'm writing the remaining things here. So remaining roots are lying on where? Left half of S-plane. Okay, yeah, because you need to observe the Routh array. The first column of the Routh array is not having any negative entry. All the values are having positive entry, so that the remaining poles, I mean remaining roots, may be present at the left half of S-plane. This is the solution, right? So just read the problem statement. Construct the Routh array. Yes, we have constructed here. And stability. Yes, we have determined the stability as the system is marginally stable. It is having some limited stability, the system. Okay, at any point of time it may go on to, it may reach unstable or stable. So this is marginally stable system. Okay, also determine the number of roots lying on the right half of S-plane and left half of S-plane and imaginary axis. Okay, I have already listed out the number of roots present at the imaginary axis, that is 4 number of roots are lying on imaginary axis, 0 roots are lying on right half of S-plane, the remaining roots are lying on left half of S-plane. I mean totally 6 roots are available. We are having S power 6 equation, right? So 6 roots, the possible number of roots are 6 numbers. 4 roots are lying on imaginary axis, remaining means 2 roots are lying on left half of S-plane, 0 roots, I mean no roots are lying on right half of S-plane. This is the solution for this problem. Okay.